How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well also, thank you.
Good. I was trying to get in touch with Attorney Kim to let her know that we're trying to reach her.
Ms. Kim, are you with us? I see that she's on.
Right.
I'm not sure if she's interviewing someone or not, but as soon as I see her pop on, I'll let her know.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Lewis.
Good morning, Judge. Did you get all your announcements, sir?
I did. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay, we'll get started as soon as courtroom 2 gets on with us. Courtroom 2, we're ready to start as soon as you all are ready for me.
We're ready, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. Hope you're doing well this morning. Who do we have first?
We can go with position number 1 and 2, Mr. Jesse Bray.
Good morning, Mr. White. This is going to be a plea this morning.
It is, Judge. Good morning. Sorry.
No problem. Let's see. Good morning, Mr. Bray. I'm Judge Eric Warner. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hands down. Thank you, Mr. Bray. Good morning, Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Your Honor. Should I proceed with the recommendation for position
Yeah.
1?
Yes, please.
On the 1 count of theft by shoplifting, this is 12 months probation, credit for time served, balance probated, and a stay away from City Trends located at 3050 MLK Drive Southwest.
Okay, why is the balance probated? Does he have something to do that deserves some probation?
Judge, I think there was a typo here. Position 2 is probated or is balance suspended with a $50 restitution. So I wrote it up as that one would be probated and this one would be suspended.
Okay,
Okay.
Make sense?
yes, it does. So that's your understanding, Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor, that's fine.
All right, so for position number 1, balance suspended. What is the time that's been served already? They'll need that for the records.
Approximately 15 days.
And let's make sure it's not approximate, that we have to get the correct number. I don't want them keeping him in custody over an issue regarding how much time has been served. Are we sure that it's 15 days, Ms. Lewis?
The second one is, the first one is, not in jail on, he served 2 days on that charge from 9/10/24 to 9/11/2024. The other one that he's in jail for, the event, 9/15, he served 15 days, but he's only served 2 days, well, total 3 days if you want to look at the old booking number 24-15605. So it's total really 2 days. That's what the jail has, and that's what it's on the calendar.
And Judge, I would assume if we just write it as credit for time served without saying there are a number of days, that they'll just give him credit for the time that he's been in.
And that's what we were hoping to do, to have the jail calculated and just have it credit for the time served.
But
With
I
no
still have to put
additional
it out
jail
on
time.
paperwork. I still have to
Right.
put some time on paper.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So we're gonna need, and we're gonna need the exact number of days to make sure that it's all written up properly. So for the first one, let's do, if it's agreeable with everyone, 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, balance suspended. And for the second position 2, it'll be 12 days, 12 months to serve 15 days, credit for time served 15 days, balance probated until he pays the $50 in restitution. Once he pays that, I will terminate the probation. Is that agreeable with everyone?
yes, Your Honor.
That's agreeable, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Mr. Bray, good morning again. It's my understanding that in case 24 CR 006406C, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting, and in case 24 CR 006791C, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Bray. As soon as you pay that $50 in restitution, I'll have the probation terminate. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner you won't be on probation and can get this behind you, okay?
Okay.
Also, Judge, I need to ask, ASG, who the probation, restitution going to? It's not listed on the recommendation. I need the name of the individual who the restitution is going to.
That would be City Trends.
Can you put that in the chat or put that to me directly in the email? Who the contact person and the address for me, if you don't mind. You can send it to me in the emails. It's better for me.
Okay,
I got my information on there. It's katrina.lewis@fultoncountyga.gov.
I didn't have a specific person. We just have the City Trends located at 3050 MLK Drive,
Okay,
Southwest.
well, as long as I get the information and the contact information, because probation is gonna need it, so they know where to send the restitution money to.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Good luck to you, Mr. Bray. Who do we have next?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do I go home today?
Say it again?
Do I go home today?
Mr. Bray, as we talked about yesterday, you'll be released within the next 24 hours.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Next, we can go to position 6 and 7, Mr. Richard Burnett.
And this is also going to be a negotiated plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Burnett. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You can place your hand down, Mr. Burnett. Yes, Ms. Williams.
Yes, for position number 6, we have 12 months probation, completion of a defensive driving course, and a $500 fine. For position 7, we have 12 months probation, served 30 days, credit for time served of 15 days, and a consecutive $500 fine for a total of a $1,000 fine.
Is your intent that he's going to be on probation for 2 years?
It looks that way, Your Honor.
Okay, if they run consecutive, then he's going to be on probation for 1 year. If they run,
It's
I mean-
consecutive, Your Honor.
if they run concurrent, he'll be on probation for 1 year. If it's consecutive, he'll be on probation for 2 years. So
It's
you want,
consecutive.
okay. Is that your understanding, Mr. White?
It was, Judge. We were going to ask that once he gets everything paid, that the probation terminate though and does his defensive driving course. We're also going to ask for a waiver of fees since it's a pretty hefty fine. Plus, when you add on court costs and surcharges, and the defensive driving school is not cheap either.
Well, I mean, I just don't understand the point if these are gonna be supposed to be 2 years on probation and then it terminates as soon as he completes the terms, which could be if he does it quickly enough within the first month or two.
Well, sometimes, and I don't know, I don't believe Ms. Williams is the one that made these offers. The state will do a second year of probation to make it easier for, give the person a longer period of time to pay the fines, just in case it's an additional burden. But I think it's, at the very least, it should go non-reporting as long as he's completed everything that he's asked of.
Okay, anything further, Mr. White?
Nothing, Judge.
All right. Mr. Burnett, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 006795J, you wish to plead guilty to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 counts of promotes or organizes an exhibition of illegal drag racing or laying drags. And in case 24 CR 006858J, you wish to plead guilty to 3 counts of promotes or organizers an exhibition of illegal drag racing or laying drags. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, I'm not, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Burnett. I'll give you, I'll waive 2 months of probation fees to help you get on your feet and get a job so that you can pay the fine and do the other terms of the probation. Once you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and won't have to pay those fees, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Burnett.
Thank
Judge,
you.
I just want to make it clear that all the other charges are to run, I guess, concurrent with the probation.
There
I just want to say, because they got one is, there's one, I'm pretty sure the one fine is only going to one charge, not all of them.
Got to move up.
Correct.
I just want to clarify, Mr. White. I think I got an idea, but I just want to make sure that I'm writing it up right. That the $500 fine goes to one of the charges on each of the counts, on each case, and the rest of the charges.
It's my understanding that he has a total of $1,000 fine, 500 on each, 500 for position 6 and 500 for position 7, making it a total of $1,000 total.
That's
Hey.
correct.
And Judge, I think what Ms. Lewis is asking is that there are 5 different charges on position 6 and 3 on position 7. And there is no note from the offer. And I was hoping that those would merge, considering I don't know that you could. It
That's
seemed
what I
very
thought so too.
right.
Let's see.
Or-
I guess it's easier to calculate with,
Can you just put on position number 6, can you just put a $500 fine on the first charge, and position number 7, put a $500 fine on the first charge and no fine on the other charges? Is that possible, Ms. Lewis?
Yeah, it's possible. I just wanted to know.
Okay, let's do it that way.
Okay, and the other and the rest of the charges was just merge, or they just
No,
being
they're not.
so much
That
probation?
wasn't. I don't think that was the deal. There was no
Okay.
speaking of merger before I took this plea, so they're not going to merge.
It wasn't addressed at all from the state. So, I mean,
it's my understanding that it was a plea to each of the charges on each of the cases. If it's easier to calculate, it could just be a $200 fine on,
We've already got past that, Ms. Williams. Okay,
Oh.
so it's going to be 500 on the first one and 500 on the second one.
I
Okay,
got it. And just
All right.
probation to follow on the rest of them. I got it.
very, very good. Thank you all. Who do we have next?
Good morning, Judge Mara. Hope you're doing well.
I am Francois. Hope you are as well.
Thank you. I have position number 29, Ms. Porter.
Okay.
Jim has it.
And what are we doing with Ms. Porter this morning? Is this your case, Ms. Kim? If so, you're on mute.
Yes, I apologize. I didn't know it was on mute.
Your time is-
Negotiating, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Good morning, Ms. Porter. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can place your hand down. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, Ms. McConkey.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you today?
Oh, thank you. You can
Yes,
proceed.
the state's recommendation is going to be 12 months to serve, 20 days credit for time served, 9 days balance probated, and a $500 fine. I think she also has an FTA on this case. I see that that's what she's being held on in the jail screen. So we will be null crossing that FTA upon the plea agreement.
Okay, Ms. Kim? Ms. Kim?
Yes, we stipulate for the purpose of plea.
Anything further?
Nothing further from defense.
Okay, Ms. Porter, it's my understanding that in case 18 CR 005790C, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting, is that correct? Ma'am? Can you hear me, Ms. Porter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you hear my question?
No, I didn't hear your question.
Okay, it's my understanding that in case 18 CR 005790C, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Ms. Porter. Let's see. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it terminate. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on probation, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Next, we can go to position number 20 through 21, Mr. Ernest Lewis.
And this is also going to be a negotiated plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Lewis. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Williams.
Your Honor, as for position 20, this will be 12 months probation, completion of a family violence intervention program course, and to have no further contact with Andrea Moore. That's Andrea, last name Moore, and a stay away from 576 Rockwell Street in Atlanta, Georgia. Also credit for time served, but let me get you that exact amount of days. And we'll also null cross position 21 upon completion of the plea to position 20.
And if you'll get the time that he's already served for me, Mr. White, anything further?
Your Honor, we would just ask waive fees so that he can apply that to his classwork.
Okay, does he have a job now?
I don't believe he does at this time.
Okay,
And that would be credit for time served of 9 days.
okay, thank you. Mr. Lewis, it's my understanding that in case 21 CR 005652C, you wish to plead guilty to battery family violence, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
Oh, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and if by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
Oh, Your Honor.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Lewis. Let's see. When you waive 2 months of the probation fees to help you get and stay on your feet. When you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay the fees, okay?
Can I say something, Your Honor?
You have a right to remain silent. Anything you say
I
can't
wouldn't.
be.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Lewis.
Next, Judge, this is position number 55 and 56, Ms. Wright.
Third row. Third row.
What are we doing with Miss Wright this morning?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Bartell.
Yeah, good to see you, Judge. I've spoken with Ms. Wright. I believe she's able to enter a plea today. I don't believe we received an offer from the state, but she served a total of 65 days in jail, Your Honor. So I believe it would be appropriate to do probation with no additional time served. It is charged as a simple battery, family violence. but the alleged victim is her father, so it's not like an intimate partner relationship. She is receiving services from Park Place, Judge. So I think as a condition of probation, I think MHET continuing with that would be more appropriate than FVIP. And the date of the incident was 2022, and I've been advised there have been no further problems since then. I don't believe she's had any arrests since then. So that would be the sentence that we would ask the court for.
Your Honor, that is pretty close to what our recommendation was. We just had no further violent contact with her father, Melvin Britton. We did ask for an MHET and a FVIP. I'll leave that in the court's discretion, but we do think an FVIP would be appropriate, and on condition that she have no firearms while on probation, of course.
Okay. And with the, we would certainly not be opposed at all to no further violent contact. If the court believes something above MHET would be indicated, then maybe some anger management, I think, might be more appropriate than FVIP. But again, that's within the court's discretion.
And was she living with her father? Do you know? Because I think that's why it was charged as a family violence.
Yeah, I believe they were, or they had lived together at some point, so it would meet that definition. But she's not living here now. Actually, he's in another he's in a skilled care facility at this time.
Okay. So the court's based on what you all are telling me, the court's sentence would be 12 months to serve 65 days, credit for time served 65 days, balance probated, and MHET, no further violent contact with Melvin Britton, no firearms while on probation, and when she completes the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status.
Okay, and we would ask the court also to waive, say, the first 2 months of probation fees.
Does she have a job?
She does, Your Honor, but has been in jail for 49 days. So I believe she can go back to that, but she's been in jail, I'm sorry, for 16 days this time. It was 49 days earlier, but it will take a little time to get back on her feet.
Okay. Let's see, anything further before I take the plea?
Well, we would just stipulate to factual basis and venue for the purposes of a plea. And I did go over the questions that are normally asked, and she's given me permission to sign her name to the paperwork.
Okay.
And just for the record, so you're aware, Your Honor, it looks like she has 2 convictions from 2023, exploit, inflict pain to deprive essential services to a disabled person, and then a second, exploit, inflict pain to deprive essential services to disabled person or elder, and also possession of a firearm or knife during commission.
Okay, thank you, Ms. McConkey. Anything further?
Nothing further.
If not, Ms. Wright, it's my understanding that in case 22 CR 008496F, you wish to plead guilty to simple battery, family violence. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Well, I'll accept the plea, Ms. Wright. The court sentence is going to be 12 months to serve 65 days, credit for time served 65 days, balance probated, mental health evaluation and treatment if necessary, no further violent contact with your father, Melvin Britton, no firearms while on probation. I'll waive 2 months of the probation fees to help you get on your feet and get a job. And once you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status so that you don't have to pay the fees. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation, okay?
What that means, sir, Your Honor?
I'll have Mr. Bartels explain anything if you need him to explain it to you after court today. Is that okay with you, Mr. Bartels?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll follow up, Ms. Wright.
Okay.
Okay. For the calendar purpose, so we don't have FVIP, Family Violence Intervention Program for this case.
We do not.
That's correct.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, and it's my understanding that position 57 is being null prost. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. Very, very good. Good luck to you, Ms. Wright.
All right, thank you. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge Morrow.
Thank you.
Are we done at the ACDC for the day?
Yes, we are. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Maybe I'll see you this afternoon.
Yes.
Next, we have position number 48 through 51, Mr. Harold Walker.
I understand that this is a conflict attorney case, Mr. Walker.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mide Olaloye on behalf of Mr. Walker.
Good morning. What are we doing with Mr. Walker?
Good morning.
Your Honor, I would ask if the court would consider a bond modification. The state did convey an offer at the last SAP hearing last week. As of right now, that offer has been rejected. So for purposes of the charge, we are asking that it just be moved to a trial date. Given that he's been in, I believe, for about a month now, Your Honor. I don't know if the court would be willing to entertain a bond hearing now. If not, then I will file whatever the court, if the court would like me to file for a bond hearing, I'll do that. I was just wondering if the court would be willing to entertain one this morning.
Okay, so it's my understanding that Mr. Walker in position 48 has been charged with simple battery, family violence, and in position 49 has been charged with reckless conduct. So those are the two charges that we're speaking of.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now what is his current bond on a simple battery?
Right now, his bond is $8,000. It's a surety bond.
Okay, and what about the reckless conduct?
I believe I don't have that one. I'm not sure of the amount for that one, Your Honor. But I know he's being held on the $8,000 surety bond. That's the newest charge that he picked up in September. So that's what he's currently being held on.
Okay, let me get his history from Ms. Jackson, and then I will get the facts of this from Ms. Makaki. Good morning, Ms. Jackson.
Pulling that one up right now, Your Honor.
Yes, it's position 48, Mr. Harold Walker. You
Okay.
have the history for me.
Yes, 13 cycles. His last arrest was January the 17th, 2024 in DeKalb County for simple battery. There was no disposition for it. I'm just checking to see if there are any convictions for you, Your Honor. Okay, I do see a misdemeanor conviction that was in 2009 out of Henry County. Well, it wasn't a conviction, it was a nolo contendere sentence for theft by taking. Nothing in addition, Your Honor.
Okay, so he's got one possibly open, besides this case, simple battery that's out of the cab.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Makaki.
Yes, Your Honor. This incident, the victim is Tara Martin. It looks like the defendant and the victim were arguing, then the defendant struck the victim in the face and head with a closed fist. The parties have been in a relationship for about 5 years. The real issue in this case is that he has repeated offenses against this same victim. It looks like there was also an issue in February of 2022 in which he struck the victim in the face with his hand. It looks like there was an incident in December of 2022 that is a reckless conduct case. In that case, it looks like the victim's daughter called police and stated the defendant had fired a gun outside her apartment or the place where she lives with her mother. The defendant told officers that he fired the weapon into the dirt because he wanted to know what it sounded like. It looks like there's also an incident from December 2nd of 2022. At that point, the parties were in a relationship for about 3 years, and the defendant is accused of slapping the same victim, Tara Martin, in the face with an open hand. So there are repeated cycles of violence against Ms. Martin. I'm guessing that's why his bond is so high at $8,000. There's a concern that he will reoffend against the same victim because he has done so multiple times in the past. There is a concern that he will intimidate this victim given their history together. And so we would ask that his bond remain the same because it's reflective of his history with this victim.
What is the bond in the reckless conduct that we have for 1220? Is that the one that you mentioned a moment ago?
Yeah, I don't see that he's being held. I don't see a bond for that in the jail screen. I only see a bond for the battery family violence, that $8,000 bond. I don't
Judge,
see.
excuse me, but on the reckless conduct, it was a $5,500 good bond that was issued on June the 27th of 24 by Judge Williams at an SCA counter. And you also issue a bond amount on position 48 of $2,000 good bond on October the 23rd. And you also issue a bond on position 51 of a $2,000 good bond on February the 14th of 2022 on the SCA counter.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Tell
Ms.
me
Lewis.
again, position 50, what the bond was I issued?
50, Judge Williams issued the bond of $5,500 good bond. That was on June the 27th.
And that's for the reckless conduct?
No, position 50 is a simple battery. The reckless conduct is position 49, which Judge Williams also issued a $5,550 bond on June the 27th. Both of these cases on the SCA counter at the same time.
Okay, now, so I'm sorry, because I wasn't, so we're talking about positions 48, 49, 50, and 51.
Yes.
Okay, and all of these are all of these against the same victim, Ms. McCockey?
Yes, they're all against the same victim. Position 49 is a bit different because her daughter, Zaria Jones, called the police, but the incident occurred at the victim's house.
Okay, and I'm sorry, Ms. Lewis, one more time for me. Position 48. What is that?
48 was a $2,000 good bond issued on October the 23rd of 2024 by you.
Okay, so just so that I'm clear and everybody's clear, so for position 48, the standing bond is 2,000 good. Position 49, the standing bond is 5,500 good. Position 50, the bond is 5,500 good. And position 51, what is the bond?
51 was a 2,000 good that you issue on February the 14th of 2022.
Okay, thank you. So we're all clear on what the current bonds are. Anything further from either counsel?
Your Honor, I would just note that Mr. Walker is no longer with the victim in the in all the prior cases. He does have a place to stay, which is not the address of where the victim stays. He would have a place in Gwinnett County. Unfortunately, Mr. Walker does not have a job. So that sort of has been the issue of him not being able to post any sort of bond. Whatever the court, whatever conditions the court would be willing to set, and I do understand the court's concern given that his prior cases have been with the same victim, but with me speaking with Mr. Harold, he has assured me that he's no longer there. He's no longer with her. So he has no reason to contact her. I don't believe they have any children together. They do not live together, Your Honor. So anything as far as a no contact, no violent contact, whatever the court feels comfortable with imposing, I don't believe there would be any issue with that, given that they're no longer together. They have no common children together. So he essentially has no reason to contact Your Honor. Given that and his financial status, we are asking that the court lower the bond, giving him opportunity to at least be out. Given that at this point is going to be a trial, given the offer that was relayed last week and prior, they are asking for a period of incarceration in the jail, and that right now Mr. Walker has refused that offer. So the way things stand right now, we are set for trial. So we are asking for an opportunity for him to at least be out and prepare for trial while he's out, Your Honor.
And I would just ask if you could sound for the victim, Miss Tara Martin, if she's on the Zoom.
And also, Judge, I just want to notice that I looked through the file folder and I found that there was 2 transfer orders to Superior Court on the charge that he's asking about, the amended bond order on the battery of $8,000 cash. That case was transferred, and another case was transferred to Superior Court, was case number 23 CR 006585Y and 24 CR 000137Y, which was signed on October the 24th of 2023 and October the 6th of 2024 by Judge Law. So these 2 cases are not on the counter because they were transferred to Superior Court, but they have not updated his booking screen. Those are the ones he's referring to with the $8,000 cash bond.
Thank you,
And
Mr. Lewis.
what are those charges?
Battery, family violence.
Okay. And are those also, Ms. Makaki, do you know, against the same victim here?
Let me take a look, Your Honor.
I believe they are, Your Honor. I do believe they
All
are.
right. So let me see. First, Ms. Tara Martin, if you're with me and wish to address the court, now is your opportunity to do so.
Mhm.
All right. Given that he has multiple cases with the same victim, at least one involving possibly a gun, and he has 2 additional cases that are in Superior Court with similar charges, I'm not willing to modify the bond at this point in time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Mr. Walker, don't worry, we'll talk. I'll come see you. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Anything further this morning, counsel?
Nothing else, Your Honor. That concludes my
Have a good
matters.
rest of the day.
You
Thank
too,
you.
Your Honor. Thank you.
So what are we doing with the cases on the calendar? They're just gonna be waive arraignment and go to jury trial?
Are you gonna file a waiver?
I believe they've been arraigned, Your Honor. I waived.
Okay.
These are fairly older cases, so they've been I waived
Okay,
them on those
so they'll
ones.
be returned to the division judge.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Ms.
Okay.
Lewis.
All right, who do we have next?
I think, position number 12 is a Spanish interpreter case. I've seen Miss Chauncey, but I'm not sure if she's still on.
Okay, who's representing position 12?
Position 12 is Danny Garcia.
Oh, Mr. Salazar, is he still on with us? I think I saw him earlier.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Salazar. Let's see, what are we doing with Mr. Garcia today?
So, Your Honor, my client is currently detained. He's serving a temp detention for a previous domestic matter that he had with his wife. So I don't think he's in court today. He's detained in Fulton County. But I was just recently retained. I don't have discovery of this, so I'd like to get discovery of this.
Okay, so let me see. Do we have Mr. Garcia there in courtroom?
Yes, he's in front of the camera.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, yeah, so, all right, so, I'm happy to give you that opportunity. Would you like me to arraign him this morning, or are you gonna file a waiver?
I'll file a waiver, Your Honor.
Okay, and, do you need to have the interpreter, interpret what's going on, or will you talk with him later?
If we could have the interpreter, please.
Okay, Ms. Chancey, are you with me?
She's in another court. She just emailed me. She's in the CIT court and she'd be right back. She just directed a message to me just now and told me she had to go to the CIT court, but she'd be returning right back soon.
Okay, so as soon as Ms. Chancey comes back, I'll have her interpret that you'll be filing a waiver and that the case will be returned to the division judge.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll be with Mr. Garcia as soon as Ms. Chancey gets back with us.
Okay, I'll sit tight. Thank you.
Thank you.
We can go to position 13 and 14, Mr. Gary Garner.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Garner. Let's see, these are going to be negotiated, please, is that right?
Could I speak before we start?
No, 13 and 14, is that what I heard? Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. White.
Yes, it is a negotiated plea.
Do you need to speak with Mr. Garner before that?
Do you want to go ahead and go forward with the plea, Mr. Gardner? And that's a yes or no question. If you say no, then I'll call you.
Yes, I do, but for the, fine, I would like to community service, because I'm homeless, a veteran, and I don't have income right now.
Well, let your
Yeah,
lawyer
but what did
say
you say?
that.
You got somebody at
Does he
10?
know that?
Okay.
I'm fine with that, Mr. White.
Okay, that's great, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, so 30 hours of community service instead of the $300 fine?
Yes,
Okay.
Okay, sure, all right.
You
Yeah,
okay
I'll-
with that too, Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor, state is fine with that.
See you in a minute.
Okay,
And
All
we
right.
will also non-prize position 13 with the plea to position 14.
okay. And, let me go ahead. Mr. Garner, good morning. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the
Morning,
state
sir.
all-purpose calendar. Good morning, sir. Can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay,
Yes.
you can place your hand down, Mr. Garner. Thank you. And Ms. Williams, if you'll just go through the terms for position 14 for the court, please.
Yes, Your Honor, as for the theft by receiving stolen property, that would be 12 months probation, credit for time served of 9 days.
No,
Balance suspended upon payment of $300 fine and time served on the remaining 3 charges.
Okay. And that $300 fine is going to be by agreement of everyone converted to 30 hours of community service.
Yes, so suspended upon completion of community service.
Does he need
Okay.
to go?
and Judge, we did want to ask to enter this as a no.
I'm not your attorney, so I don't have it, so I can't really answer.
Any objection?
But your attorney will be on.
Yeah. We'll leave it up to the court, but the state does not consent to a NOLO.
I take it he hasn't used a NOLO in the past 5 years, Mr. White?
Sit down, man.
I am unaware, Judge. I
take
did
her up.
the question.
Okay. Ms. Jackson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have Mr. Garner's history for me, please?
Yes, Your Honor. He has 43 cycles. The last arrest was October the 18th, 2017 in Columbus, Georgia, for theft by deception and theft by shoplifting. He does have prior felony convictions. So one in 2019 out of Muskogee County, Georgia. for
I'm
theft
sorry.
by
If I could just briefly interrupt, if his last arrest was 2017 for a theft charge, I most likely he hasn't used a NOLO in the last 5 years.
Okay, but now that I'm getting his history, I'm considering whether or not, given his history, if I'm going to allow him to use a NOLO. So you can continue, Ms. Jackson.
Okay, Your Honor. He does have felony convictions. One in 2019 out of Muskogee County, Georgia, for theft by shoplifting. One in 2015 out of Clayton County for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. One in 2013 out of DeKalb County for theft by shoplifting. One in 2010 for aggravated assault. One in 2008 out of Clayton County for escape. One in 2006 out of Clayton County for entering an automobile. It's an additional one in 2006 out of Clayton County for possession of marijuana with the intent to distribute. And he does have misdemeanor convictions. One in 2016 out of DeKalb County for drugs not in the original container. One in 2014 out of DeKalb County for criminal trespassing. One in 2012 for theft by shoplifting. And one in 2003 out of Clayton County for theft by shoplifting. Nothing in addition, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Ms. Williams, in this case, what was the theft by receiving stolen property?
Let me check, Your Honor.
Believe
You
it
mean
was
the item?
Yes.
it was a vehicle tag, I believe, Judge.
Oh, okay. All right, I'll let him use a NOLO.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further?
Nothing from the defense, Judge.
Okay.
Nothing from
Mr.
the state.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Mr. Gardner, it's my understanding that in case 23 CR 008321B, you wish to plead nolo to theft by receiving stolen property, knowingly driving a motor vehicle on a suspended, cancel, or revoke registration, no proof of insurance, and acquiring a plate for purposes of concealing identification of a motor vehicle. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, Your Honor.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges and that by pleading nolo to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead nolo?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll accept the nolo plea, Mr. Gardner. Let's see, as soon as you do the 30 hours of community service, you won't be on probation any longer. So as soon as you get that done, the sooner you get all this behind you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Gardner.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
You can have it. Next, we go to position number 15, Mr. Gibson.
And this is also a negotiated plea?
15, Judge, yes.
Yes, okay. Good morning, Mr. Gibson. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. Williams.
Your Honor, this will be 12 months probation, credit for time served of 17 days, completion of a mental health evaluation, surrender all firearms, no further contact with Mr. Willie Davenport and his family, and a stay away from 145 Malone Street in Fairburn, Georgia, 30213.
All right,
Judge, we would just ask you to waive as many months of probation fees as possible so that he can get that mental health evaluation done.
does he have a place to reside?
Amy, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I just want to make sure if you didn't, Mr. Gibson, I wanted to make sure that we can get you some help finding a place. But if you tell me that you do, that's fine with the court. Anything further, Mr. White?
Nothing, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Gibson, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 006763Y, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol at the present time?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
I'll accept the plea as negotiated. Mr. Gibson, let's see. I'll waive 2 months of the probation fees to help you get and stay on your feet. And when you complete the terms of the probation, I'll have it go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and have to pay those fees, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Gibson.
Thank you, Judge.
Position number 30, Derek Rogers, and I think he needs to be interviewed.
Okay. Who's representing Mr. Rogers?
He was that I was not able to talk to, so I need to actually talk to him.
Right, so she was like, she's just letting us know that he's in, that he's ready for you to talk to him, Ms. Kim.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to call?
Or can we go to a breakout room, Your Honor?
Do we have anybody else in courtroom 2 that we need to take?
Oh, he's in medical, so I don't think that there was.
Oh, is he in medical? Is this?
Yeah, we in medical.
Oh, okay, all right, yes, we can go, we'll put you in a breakout room. Thank you, Ms. Kim. So let's put medical and Ms. Kim into a breakout room, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is there anyone else in courtroom 2 that we can take?
Yes, we could take position 36 and 37, Mr. Brian Stahl. You don't sit.
Yes, ma'am.
Morning, Your Honor. I'm Ben Sessions. I'm filling in for Brian Karen this morning on Mr. Stahl's case.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Sessions. Good to see you.
Great to see you, Your Honor.
What are we doing with Mr. Stahl today?
Your Honor, Mr. Stahl has a bond that's set on his case. He can't access funds to his accounts. He does have the money to post the bond, but he can't access those and can't give anyone access to them that's nearby. We're asking for an OR bond on this case because he was in custody in Madison, Georgia, Madison County, at the time that he FTA'd on this case. So we're asking for an OR bond on this case, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have confirmation of that, Ms. McCockey, that he was in custody?
I do not.
Okay. Mr. Sessions, can you get, I believe the state would consent if they have some paperwork regarding Mr. Stahl being in custody. So if you're able to get that to the state, I'm happy to reinstate the previous bond that was that he had.
Your Honor, I can't bring my computer inside of the jail.
So I mean, we can make an arrangement. Do you have Ms. McCockey's information so that once you leave court today, if you get that to her, or I'm sure that we can have a conversation regarding that, and I'll reinstate the bond. Is that agreeable with you, Ms. McCockey?
Absolutely, as long as you have that confirmation.
Right. Okay.
I'll put my email address in the chat.
I don't know if council has.
Yes, I
Well,
can
maybe
send
that.
He can send it to me if he wants to. Mr. Session should have my information, right, Mr. Session?
I do, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Mr. Session has my emails. He can email it to me. I can forward it to whoever it needs to be forwarded to.
Okay, so if you'll get it to Ms. Lewis, Mr. Sessions, she'll get it to Ms. McCockey, and they'll get me an order to reinstate the previous bond.
Your Honor,
This was
do you
I
want?
was letting Mr. Judge know this was a case that was on your Orchid County, that you issued a FTA on.
Oh, okay, so thank you.
Your Honor, I think we got a little bit of time in court, so I'm gonna try to go get this together and then come
Okay.
back.
All right, that's fine. If you want to get it now, I'm happy to move forward with it now.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Mr. Stahl, we'll be back with you. And courtroom 2, I see that we have Ms. Chancey back on the line.
You can go back to Mr. Garcia. Have a seat. Right. Yeah.
Morning, Ms. Chancey. Thank you for being here with us this morning.
Good morning, sir. You're very welcome.
If you raise your right hand for me.
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret from Spanish to English or English to Spanish to the best of your ability?
Yes, sir, I do.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Garcia. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video this morning.
Buenos días, señora García. Yo soy el juez Eric Morrow y estamos conduciendo la audiencia de casos de todo tipo esta mañana.
I've already had a conversation with your attorney. He will be filing a waiver of your arraignment this morning, and your case will be returned to the division judge.
Yo he tenido una conversación con su abogado y él presentará una renuncia a esta vista incoatoria de hoy y usted regresará a frente de el juez de la división que corresponda la próxima vez.
You'll get notification of your next hearing date.
Y usted recibirá una notificación con la cita para la próxima, para el próximo día de comparecencia.
Anything further, Mr. Salazar?
¿Algo más, señor Salazar?
Your Honor, that concludes my business. I may be excused.
No, eso ya termina con mi trabajo. ¿Puedo retirarme?
Yes, have a good day.
Sí,
And
que
good
tenga un
luck
buen
to you,
día.
Mr. Garcia.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Are we in in need of any?
May I call for someone who may need me?
Yes.
Thank you. ¿Hay alguien que necesite un intérprete en español para hablar con el señor juez esta mañana? Por favor, prenda su cámara y avísenos.
Okay. And it's my understanding that we don't need Ms. Chancey for any other for anyone else this morning. Is that correct?
None here, Judge.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Chancey. We appreciate you helping us out today.
You're very welcome. Your Honor, have a good day.
Same. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Position number 30, Derek Rogers.
Okay. And Mr. Rogers is going to be a negotiated plea. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Rogers. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, sir. Yes, Ms. McConkey.
Yes, Your Honor, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 36 days, credit for time served 18 days, balance probated, that Mr. Rogers undergo an MHET and that he stay away from the incident location 226 Peachtree Street, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia. I would ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for purposes of the plea.
Yes, we do stipulate, so thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Kim?
Nothing further from defense, except that we would like to request for a waiver of some probation fees. Thank you.
Let's see, Mr. Rogers, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 006945J, you wish to plead guilty to disorderly conduct. Is that correct?
Is there no, yeah, I believe, no low, whatever it is.
Okay, well, this is a guilty plea, sir, not a no. So you understand? So you're pleading guilty to this disorderly conduct?
I'm pleading guilty, yes, sir.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes, sir. Very, very so.
Okay, you understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, I am.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, no one.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rogers. I'll accept the plea as negotiated. I'm going to waive 2 months of the probation fees to help you get on your feet. And when you complete the terms of the probation, it'll go to a non-reporting status. So the sooner you get it done, the sooner you won't be on reporting probation and you won't have to pay those fees, okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Rogers.
Same as you.
Let's see. Who do we have on the iPhone? Good morning.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. We have positions 39 through 43, Mr. Swain.
39 and 43.
Okay, have you all had the opportunity to interview Mr. Swain?
Your Honor, I was not able to interview Mr. Swain. Because of that, I was going to reschedule.
You
I
want
was
to interview?
waiting for him for like, yeah, I would be happy to interview him.
Okay, so let's put Ms. Kim and jail court's iPhone into a breakout room, please.
Yeah, Miss Kim has a plea, one more in the 402. I was gonna ask if we could do that before putting her in.
Okay, of course, we can do that. And so tell me who that is.
Position number 54, Mr. Perry Wilson.
Okay, so let me have Ms. Kim take this plea and then I'll get back with you, Mr. Swain.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, tell me who this is again.
Here, Wilson, position number 54.
54, okay, good, good. And this is going to be a negotiated plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Wilson, good morning. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video. Can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Sir.
Okay, you can place your hand down. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Yes, Ms. McCocky. You're on mute.
My apologies. The state's recommendation for Mr. Wilson is 12 months to serve 16 days, credit for time served 18 days, balance probated, that he take an anti-theft course, and that he pay a $500 fine. I would ask the defense to stipulate to venue, factual basis, and identification for purposes of the plea.
Ms. Kim?
Yes, we do it stipulate, so yes.
Okay. Mr. Wilson, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 006946J, you wish to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting, is that correct?
So, I do, sir, but I don't have a question, right? I don't like my income and stuff is being taken from me right now, and it goes towards most of my rent. You know what I'm saying? I'm homeless right now, currently homeless right now, sir. I wanna know, is there any way possible, can I just do, all the fines be waived, and I can do community service for all the fine of $500, cause I can't afford none of that, sir.
Okay, Mr. Wilson, that's fine with the court if you prefer to do community service. So it would be 50 hours of community service if you didn't want to pay that fine. Is that what you want me to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll do that. If Ms. McCocky, Ms. Kim, you'll have any objection to converting the fine to community service?
No objection.
He's still taking that anti-theft course, right? Because he has 58 arrest cycles.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, I'm not getting rid of anything. I'm just helping him out as far as the fine goes.
We'll be
Is that-
agreeable to that, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, so Mr. Wilson, we'll convert that fine to community service. So my question to you is, you're pleading guilty to theft by shoplifting, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with her representation?
Yes.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty to theft by shoplifting?
No.
And you understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on this charge, and that by pleading guilty to it, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll accept the plea as negotiated, Mr. Wilson. Let's see. Do you have a place to stay?
I'm right now. I'm at the shelter right now.
Okay, so Ms. Kim, I would like for someone to speak with him so that we can you all can possibly assist him with housing. So that
Sir, excuse me, sir. I had someone named Pastor J. He said he was gonna give me housing. I have to call him. So yes, I have housing in Riverdale.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure that I don't set you up for failure, Mr. Wilson. All right, so when you complete the anti-theft class and 50 hours of community service, I'm going to have the probation terminate. So the sooner you get that done, the sooner you're not going to be on probation, okay?
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Wilson. Okay, so are we ready to go into a breakout room, Ms. Kim, with jail court's iPhone? Okay, and Ms. McLeod, good morning. So if we can place Ms. Kim and jail court's iPhone into a breakout room. Ms. McLeod, good morning. Who are you here for today?
Position 8, good morning, Your Honor. Position 8, Mr. Carr. I have not yet spoken with him, so I would like to speak with him.
Okay. Are we going to have Mr. Carr in courtroom 2, or is he going to be on the iPhone this morning?
He's gonna be brought in front of the iPhone.
Okay, so I'll when he's brought, Ms. McLeod, I'll put you into a breakout room with him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anyone else in courtroom 2 that we can take at the present time? No?
Waiting on Mr. Stahl's attorney to come back with his information.
Oh, okay, right. All right, so until someone returns, we will be in recess.
Judge Morrow,
Yes.
Mr. Craig Washington, position 52 and 53 is a no-go.
I have that he's been reset for the competency calendar on the 24th.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
yes, Ms. Kim.
Yes, he pleads not guilty, but right now he has a $7,000 cash bond, and he would like to request for bond reduction. So we would like to ask for bond modification, Your Honor.
Tell me who we're speaking of again. I'm sorry, Ms. Kim. What position?
Wayne, 39 to I believe. So universal offer 5 serve, which is very, very long, and he pleads not guilty.
Okay, so you're gonna file a waiver?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
The $7,000 cash bond was set by Judge Law, I believe, on October 8th or prior to that.
Well, he's got 5 different or so position 39, simple battery, position 40, battery, position 41, 2 counts of battery and 1 count of simple battery, position 42, forgery in the 4th degree, position 43, battery, family violence, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. So if you want a modification of any of those bonds, you're gonna have to tell me what the bonds are currently on those charges.
Right now, only thing that I see at the Odyssey right now is $7,000 for 24 CR 006703, which is 41.
That's
And
the
I
only
guess
charge
I
he's
had
been
to
held
go
for.
for each other cases.
The other cases are not involved. He's only in jail for position 41, and he has a foreigner hold with another county. So he's only being judged in jail for position 41, which is the one that she referring to, the $7,000 cash bond. This was a Orca, not an Orca case, but this was a case, yeah, that was originally Orca with the rest of his cases. There's transferred to the original judges. So this case, all his cases started off in Orca, but this case is back with Judge Richardson now. So this is, the order was set on 9/25/2024.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Lewis. So, Ms. Kim, if he's seeking a bond modification, have him do that in front of Judge Richardson, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Swain.
John, what's the position you're on? I didn't understand.
Your case is being returned to the division judge, and if you're seeking a bond modification, you can do it before that judge, okay?
When is my next court date?
You'll get notification. I'm not sure when, but Ms. Kim, if you continue to represent him, if you will see when you can get him on another calendar.
Will do.
Okay?
I'll give you updates.
All right. All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
And okay, I guess we'll be in recess until someone returns. And jail courts, iPhone.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Governor, I have on Mr. Stahl's case, I've got the sentence sheet from Madison County, which shows that he was incarcerated from basically the beginning of August through a date earlier this month. I'm going to forward it over to Ms. Lewis right now.
Okay, thank you.
can't believe I was actually able to find it on the, on their website. Miss Lewis, I'm just putting Brian Stahl in the subject.
That's good.
So the day we're gonna get into that, please. Yeah, 'cause I'm looking, well, they're like, I'm in the- Sorry. That you were in front of, yes. The report. Yeah, so she said that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, we'll talk about it.
Did you receive that, Ms. Lewis?
Not yet. It's coming. Okay.
Very important to you. Yeah. It's a minimum. Oh, man.
No.
Yes. She like
Did you send it over to me yet, Mr. Session?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I sent it to,
Katrina, CATRINA .Lewis, because I'm still waiting on it.
yes, ma'am, I did.
Popped up yet. I don't know, because y'all went on 4 walls and.
It says it's already in that it's already in the sent folder. Try it again.
It just popped up, just literally popped up. I got it.
Yes, ma'am.
I will forward to, now. Okay, I just forwarded to the solicitor.
Who do we have on the jail court's iPhone?
We have position number 17, Mr. Horn.
I have that Mr. Horn is represented by private counsel, Mr. Adams.
Position we on now?
Position 17, Mr. Horn. I believe that's Mr. Ed Adams's case. Is that right, Ms. Lewis?
Let's see. I don't see an entry on the case for Mr. Ed Adams if he's representing them.
Apparently, my notes have that he appeared for him on October 8th. So I guess last week.
Oh, okay. They don't have that marked on the file folder or anything. Okay, I see. Okay, I see Mr. Ed Adams' name marked now, but he hasn't found his entry yet. So I don't think he got this calendar because his name was not on the on the calendar itself. So I don't know if he's been in touch. I will try to reach out to him.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Horn, we're going to try to reach out to your counsel to see if he's going to be with us this morning. So you'll hold tight for me for a minute, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Did you get the paperwork, Ms. McCockey?
I did, and it does look like he was in fact in custody. So we will be fine with that FTA being no prost or modified.
Okay, so if we can just do a reinstatement of the original bond, Mr. Sessions. Normally we have counsel do that and provide it to Ms. Lewis.
Yes, Your Honor. I will let Mr. Karen know, and I'll just get him to email it over to Ms. Lewis. Do you want me to, Ms. McCockey, do you want me to copy you on the email or to Ms. Kim?
I'm sorry?
Do you want me to copy you on the email, or do you want me to also copy Ms. Kim on the case?
I would love to be copied on the email. Thank you.
Sure will.
So that means I would need like an order stating that the FTA is lifted and reinstate the original bond amount for free at last. So it needs to read that so the jail will know. And you have to put both of the case numbers on there, Mr. Sessions. You have to put that FTA number on that order, because that's what's considered holding him in jail.
Ms. Lewis, can you give me both of those case numbers?
Yes, I sure can. You want me to email them to you?
Yes, ma'am. If you wouldn't mind, that would be great.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'll have this order emailed over this morning.
Okay, as soon as I get it, I'll sign it and get it back. So I'm glad that you all were able to work that out this morning. If nothing more, you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, sir. I sure do appreciate it.
For sure.
Your Honor, it appears that they cannot locate my client, Mr. Carr.
You're bringing them one at a time, so let me inquire. Are we gonna have Mr. Position number 8, Mr. DeMarcus Carr with us? Is someone there on the jail court's iPhone for me?
I'm sorry,
Yes.
what's that, Your Honor?
Are we gonna have Mr. DeMarcus Carr, position number 8? He's Ms. McLeod's client, and she's gonna also need to interview him this morning.
Hold on, I'm trying to find him on my pro sheet. I don't even have him on the pull sheet. What, do you know what's his location?
I don't, I just know that he's number 8 on our calendar.
Your Honor, the state does have an offer for him. It will not allow him to get out today. So I would ask the court to reset it until next week.
Okay, so next week will be the 22nd. So
Yes.
we'll reset Mr. Carr till 8/22.
You mean 10/22?
Oh, yeah, thank you, 10/22.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
May I be excused?
Yes, I appreciate your patience, Ms. McLeod.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
See you next time.
Okay.
And have we had any luck in getting Mr. Adams?
No, not at this point. Miss Strong, are you with me?
Yes.
Can you try to email? I was trying to email him in the process, but I got so much going on. Can you email Mr. Ed Adams, or do you have his phone number at hand?
I don't, but I'll get it.
Okay, thank you.
Who is the defendant?
He's gonna be Mr. Position number 17 on the counter today, Mr. Horns.
Stephen Horn.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I have an announcement on position number 8. That's Ms. McLeod's client, DeMarcus Carr.
What is your announcement?
He posted bond and was released 10/12.
Okay, all right, so we won't need, we were gonna reset him till next week, but if he has posted bond, then we will, he'll get notice of his next hearing date with the division. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Was that position number 8?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mhm. Ms. Lewis, are you with me?
That I am.
Would you email Ms. McLeod and let her know that Mr. Carr
Was released.
was released?
I got
So
you.
she doesn't have to appear next week for that case. Thank you. Who represents position number 38, Deonta Stevens?
That is actually me. I called Gwinnett County numerous times, but I was not able to talk to him. Was he transferred back to Gwinnett County? I mean, Fulton County? Because yesterday he was in Gwinnett County. Today I called and verified he was still in Gwinnett County.
Okay, so I'm just wondering so do we need to reset him?
I believe so, Your Honor.
Okay.
I was
so-
hoping that they would come into the Zoom hearing, but I don't see anybody.
So I have that. If they do not come on with us, position 38 will be reset till next Tuesday.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I also have positions 3 through 5 that we haven't done. Taquan Brown. I believe this is Mr. Bartel's client.
I believe so, Your Honor. Yes.
He's in courtroom 2 with us. Okay, so it looks like we can't get in touch with Mr. Adams. Mr. Horn, I'm gonna reset your case until Thursday to see if we can get in touch with Attorney Adams by that time. So let's reset position 17 until Thursday, 10/17.
So we'll do an add-on for this Thursday?
Yes, because it looks, I don't want him staying in jail if he doesn't have to. Mr. Bartels, what are we gonna do with positions 3, 4, and 5, Mr. Brown?
Mr. Brown, Your Honor, can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so Judge, Mr. Brown is in medical, he's in the POU. I've been advised that that's because of overflow from 3 North rather than any particular acute problems. I did see him yesterday and he seemed to be stable and doing well. So he indicated that he wanted to enter a plea on number 3 and 4, but he's in medical, so I guess he would have to be brought before the court virtually.
Okay, so can we get someone to get him for us in medical?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe the deputies are going to get him now.
Okay, thank you.
All right, and also number, Mr. Washington, Your Honor, number 52 and 53, that's just a reset to the 11 a.m. calendar next Thursday, the 24th.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So aside from positions 3, 4, and 5, I believe that that takes care of the calendar. Anyone that I missed? Ms. Lewis?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to resolve as we go along too. I'm getting there.
So whenever you're ready, let me know and we will go over this calendar before moving on to the 11 o'clock calendar.
Okay. And there was a private attorney on position 2 on the 11 o'clock calendar. He was on earlier. He didn't realize that the calendar started at 11 o'clock. And he indicated to me in the email that he had to be at a hearing, a felony hearing, and he said he'll jump back on as soon as he can. He said he's gonna jump back on exactly at 11.
Okay, thank you.
I had a question for the PDs. For position number 22, Mr. James Love, I thought Ms. McLeod was representing him.
That was mine. I did not see any notes to that effect.
Your Honor, on Mr. Stahl's case, I just emailed over the proposed order. I copied Ms. McCockey on it, Ms. Lewis, and Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. May I be excused today, Judge?
Yes, have a good rest of your day. Thank you.
Ms. Lewis, I didn't see anything that,
Hold on, I thought I saw that she represent him on the SCA calendar and hold on. That's what I thought. I had a note on here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, conflict attorney was present, Mr. McLeod, on the SCA counter on 11/29/2022 on the Mr. James Love case. It has a flag, it's flagged. So this is Mrs. McLeod's case. Should I get her back on the line or just resend
Well, you
it?
think that if she knew she had another case on the calendar that she would be there, so just let her know that she needs to get in touch with him. We need to possibly, if he's not gonna file a waiver, or she's not gonna file a waiver, get him back on another SAP calendar.
Let me see here. She's probably gonna be on for next week. Let me see if she have any cases for next week on your calendar.
and let's make sure I got the right guy.
James Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss McLeod's got a case on next Tuesday calendar. I can place him back on there.
And he's got a hold, felony hold, with a hearing 10:30, so we're not keeping here any longer.
Okay. So,
All right, so place him on next week's calendar.
okay. And I'll let her know.
Thank you.
She probably forgot to file her entry.
Sorry about the confusion, Judge.
Oh, that's okay.
No problem.
Okay, I guess we can start. I guess we can go over the calendar.
Okay.
Get everybody ready to listen. We'll start with position number 1 was a plea. Position number 2 was a plea. Position number 3, 4, and 5. I guess we're holding for Mr. Bartell on announcement. I guess we waiting for him to come from medical. Yes, okay.
Yes.
Position number 6 and 7 was a plea. Position number 8, defendant was released, reset further notice. Position number 9, I have waiver arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Position number 10, same announcement, waiver arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Position number 11, waiver arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Also, Mr. White, he has another open case of 23 CR 007556G. So that, just letting you know, that case is also with Judge Mather. Position number 12, waiver arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Position 13 was Norcross. Position 14 was a no-low plea. Position 15 was a plea. Position 16, defendant waiver arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. Position 17 is going to be an add-on for Thursday to get in touch with attorney, Mr. Adams, and I'll make sure I made that note on the calendar so people know it wasn't on it earlier. So that will be an add-on. Position number 18, waive arraignment, reset for trial, further notice. That's the same announcement for 19. Position 20, defendant took a plea. 21 was Norcross. Position 22 is going to reset for the SAP for next Tuesday, October the 22nd. Same announcement for 23, reset for SAP, October the 22nd. Position 24 and 25, defendant has been released, so the case is returned back to the original judge. I don't know, there was a note on here referring something regarding about the conditions of the bond they wanted to address, but I don't see the attorney on record. I mean, on Zoom at this time, so it's just going to be turned back to the original judge assignment. Position number 26. I'm going down the line still on this. Waiver arraignment, we set for trial further notice. Position 27. Also waiver arraignment, we set for trial further notice. I don't know if y'all aware, Mr. McLeod also represent him on this case too. 27, Mr. White.
Again, I that's to that effect.
Yeah, she represent him on the 23 CR 006677D case.
Is this 27?
Yeah, position number 27. That's why I thought it was still Mrs. McLeod's case.
I mean, we can do the same thing that we did with the other one. Again,
Yeah, because she I don't know how that goes because it was a conflict of interest at the first case and this is a second case. So I don't know if she still continue on it or how will y'all do it or not.
I mean, at this point, however you want to handle it, Judge. I mean, we waived it not guilty. He's got other things holding him. I mean, when it gets to division, if they think that there's still a conflict, we can do it that way. Or if you want to just go ahead and reset it, it's up to you.
I can send it back to the original judge and they can go from there because both of the cases, I mean, it can get to division B and they can determine from that point if we want to.
Well, just let Ms. McLeod know so that if she is, so that she'll be prepared.
Okay.
Thank you.
Position number 28, waive arraignment, we set for trial further notice. Position 29 was a plea. Position 30 was a plea. Position 31 and 32, defendant waive arraignment, we set for trial further notice. That goes along with 33 and 34. Same announcement, waive arraignment, we set for trial further notice. Position 35, waive arraignment, we set for trial further notice. Position 36 is going to be reset further notice. Bond has been reinstated. Same announcement on 37. Position 38 is reset for the SAP October the 22nd. Position 39, 40, 41, 42, 43 are all waiver arraignment, reset for trial further notice. Position 44, I have waiver arraignment, reset for trial further notice. Position 45, name announcement, waiver arraignment, reset for trial further notice. 46 and 47, waiver arraignment, reset for trial further notice. Position 48, it's going back to the original judge for trial. So 48, 49, 50, 51, all reset for trial further notice. Position 52 and 53 is going to reset for the competency counter for October the 24th. Position 54 was a plea. Position 55, waiver arraignment, reset for trial further notice. Position 56 was a plea. And position 57 was non-pros, which I still have to receive. Any questions or corrections regarding today's counting?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Lewis. We'll still holding, I guess, for positions number 3, 4, and 5. It's right before 11. Mr. Partridge.
Hey, Judge.
Good morning.
Morning.
Saw you earlier. Is Mr. Lockhart going to be on with us this morning?
Yes, Judge, I sent them the information and asked them to join as well. I hope that we have a resolution as it relates to the same, Judge. I spoke to Solicitor Jamel Hill, who's assigned to Judge Morrison where this case is headed, and we had an agreement to lift the warrant and to get something scheduled with Judge Morrison to plead this case out, close it out.
Okay. Who's handling this for the state? This is position 2 on the DV bench warrant calendar.
Looks like me, Your Honor. Michael
Okay.
Lockhart.
Yes. Are you able to verify what Mr. Partridge is telling me, or do you have any objection to it?
I'm sorry, what did he ask?
Sure, Ms. Williams, I met with or I stopped by the office last Tuesday and spoke with Jamel Hill. I believe
Jamel
he's
Ham?
I'm sorry, Ham. I'm sorry, I said Hill. Mr. Ham,
Okay.
I apologize.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Ham is my understanding, or it was told to me that he's the supervisor that's assigned to at least Judge Morrison's caseload, and the other assistant solicitors were not in. And he told me that he would agree to lift the warrant since this case would be a plea. And we do plan to plea it out. I just have to circle back with Reed over in Judge Morrison's court once this is lifted, either way, so that we can get on the docket over there.
May I make a quick phone call, Your Honor? Just to
Yes.
confirm?
Okay, you can.
One moment.
All right, while we're waiting for that, position one, Shawana Hall. Ms. Hall with me? All right, doesn't appear so.
Your client is coming on the line now, Mr. Patrick.
Yes, Your Honor, he did confirm the agreement.
Okay. So, Mr. Partridge, if you'll just prepare that for the court and get it to Ms. Lewis, I'll get it signed and we'll get it in.
Yes, Your Honor, we'll do. I'll draft it up and get it over to Ms. Lewis today. Ms. Lewis, may I request your email in the chat, please, so that I'll have it accurately and I'll send it over.
Yeah, and also I would need the FTA number on the order along with the case number. I think I got your email because you was chatting with Mr. Jordan earlier today.
Yes, ma'am.
I see that he CC'd me on that email, so I'm gonna be return it with my information on there and the
Okay.
FTA number, so you'll know how to address it.
Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Okay, and I think your client's on now. He's here now.
Okay. I do
Yeah.
see him at on my screen at the bottom, at least his name there, Judge. With us appearing and this being resolved by way of consent, may we be excused. Mr. Lockhart's now on camera, Judge, for the court to see as well.
Yes, Mr. Lockhart, the warrant will be lifted. You'll get notification of your next hearing date, sir. You both are free to go this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great one.
Do the same.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, court will be in recess until Mr. Brown joins us. Shawana Hall, are you on the line with us?
Yes, she is.
Ms. Kim, are you going to be representing her?
Yes, Your Honor. Give me 1 second. She didn't get her link on time and she went to the court. She's at downtown right now.
Okay. Have you had the opportunity to speak with her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you ready to proceed? Good morning, Ms. Hall.
Yes,
Good
Your
morning, Your Honor.
Ms. Williams, I take it that Ms. Hall missed the court date?
Yes, Your Honor, that was a September 23rd, 2024.
And who is that in front of?
This was Porter, Judge Porter, Your Honor.
Okay. And why is that, Ms. Kim?
Your Honor, she was evicted from her apartment, so she was actually staying at hotel. She does not have a place right now. And what happened was the mail was never forwarded to her, and the landlord didn't give her the mails at all. She found out that she missed a court date because her bonding company called to check on her. So we would like to request that the bench warrant to be removed and excused for first time.
Ms. Hall, do you currently have an address where you can get your mail?
Yes, sir. Yes, I have it at the Studio 6 Hotel. They say I can just receive mail there.
Okay, have you provided that address to the court?
Yes, she did.
No, not as yet, sir. I haven't provided that one as yet, sir.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Okay, well,
Oh, another one on October 7th that was filed as a address change.
Oh, okay, so you got it on October the 7th. Okay, cool. I thought that he was talking about today. I apologize. Yeah, I did change it on the 7th. I did.
Okay, so I'm gonna lift this this warrant this time, Ms. Hall, but you need to stay in touch with the court. If you move, you need to immediately update your address. And if you're having some trouble, just make sure that you stay in touch with the court. If you miss another court date, it won't be lifted the next time. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right, very
Can I
good.
just clarify her address? Does it begin 728?
Yes.
Okay, that's it. It doesn't have to have no unit number or room number.
No, it's 728 Cooper Street.
I didn't want you to say the whole thing because we're
Okay,
That's
yes,
why it says
it don't have no
728.
extra.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I got it. Thank you.
All right, good luck to you, Ms. Hall.
Okay, so I'm waiting on my next court date. Is that what I'm doing, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
Do I still have a warrant for my arrest? Do I have to?
It's gonna be lifted as soon as Ms. Kim gets me the paperwork.
And it'll
Okay,
take me
thank you,
24 to 48 hours, just letting you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you,
All right.
guys.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
Y'all too.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are still waiting on positions 3, 4, and 5, Mr. Brown.
I'm sorry, you guys. I don't know how to leave this thing.
It should just be a little red leave button.
Okay, I see it.
Your Honor, this is medical with Mr.
Brown,
Brown,
Taquan.
Taquan Brown.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Brown. I'm Judge Eric Morrow. This is the state all-purpose calendar that we're conducting by video today. Good morning, sir. Mr. Bartels, are you with me? Let's see if we can get your attorney with us, Mr. Brown.
Yes, sir.
Is there anyone in courtroom 2? I'm not sure where Mr. Bartels is, so nor do I know if he had, can we see if we can, I don't know if he has a phone with him or a laptop.
I think he has his phone. If one of you guys can give him a call. I can't make calls from medical. Oh, there he goes.
Oh,
Yeah, Mr. Bartels, you with me?
Yes, Your Honor. Let me get my notes. Okay, I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay, what are we doing with Mr. Brown this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. He's got 3 cases. It would be a plea on number 3 and 4. We did receive an offer from the state. It was basically both cases, the state's offer is basically time served. Part of the offer is probation, which I'm not really sure why that would be indicated because the conditions are passive. Basically, stay away and no further contact. So I don't know that probation would be necessary for that.
So position number 3, the only objection would be that the credit for time served and stay away from the MARTA stations for 90 days.
But what we would just ask time served, and in terms of MARTA, we would ask that be up to MARTA, that he be required to abide by any act of suspension. But we would ask that the court not add anything on top of that. Can you hear us, Mr. Brown?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, Ms. Williams, why don't we just go through positions 3 and 4, and you let me know what the state's recommendation is for those 2 cases.
Yes, Your Honor. For position 3, obstruction of law enforcement officer, it's 12 months probation, credit for time served, balance probated, and a stay away from all MARTA stations for 90 days. For position number 4, as for criminal trespass, this is 12 months probation, credit for time served. He's served a total of 21 days. Balance probated, and as to terroristic threats and acts, this is 12 months probation, credit for time served, concurrent to count 1, and a stay away from 5 Below, located at 3232 Peachtree Road, Northeast Atlanta, and to have no further contact with Sharita Butler, that's SHAREETA, last name BUTLER, and Anaya Miller, ANAYA, Miller, regular spelling.
And position 3, how much time is he getting credit for?
He served
24
days. He served 24 days on that, Your Honor. It was 3 days in June and then 21 days with his current period of incarceration.
Okay. So, Mr. Bartels, if he wants to take a plea to position number 3, the court sentence would be 12 months to serve 24 days, credit for time served 24 days, balance suspended, abide by any active MARTA suspensions, and for count 4, position 4, criminal trespass, and terroristic threats, it would be 12 months to serve, 21 days, credit for time served, 21 days, balance, suspended, along with the no further contact in the state.
Okay, that's what he had indicated he wanted to do, Judge, but just to confirm, Mr. Brown, are you willing to accept that sentence from the court?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we appreciate that, Your Honor.
I have a question, sir. I have a question.
Well, I also, is it about your NOLO plea that we discussed?
The time served, was it just, he said time served? It was just time served?
That's correct, but you would have to stay away from that store, Five Below, have no further contact with the staff there, and whatever MARTA tells you, to any kind of suspension, you have to honor that. But it would be time served.
So no more time would have to be served here?
That's correct.
All right, yes, sir. I'll take it. NOLO.
Okay, he had asked about entering a NOLO plea, Judge. I had advised him that that is up to the court, and it would also depend on what his record is. But he did inquire about that, and I explained to him that the sentence would be the same, but he is asking about that.
Ms. Jackson, are you still with me?
It's all right. I would take guilty. I'll take guilty.
Okay, well,
Okay, let me just say, Ms. Jackson, do you have his history for me?
Yes, Your Honor, he has 11 cycles. The last arrest was June the 1st, 2024 in Brookhaven, Georgia, for criminal trespassing. There was no disposition for that arrest. He does have a misdemeanor sentence. There was one in 2023. He received a NOLO contendory sentence out of DeKalb County for theft by shoplifting, and he received a NOLO contendory sentence in 2021 out of Clayton County for criminal trespassing and obstructing a highway, a street, or sidewalk, or public passage. Nothing in addition, Your Honor.
Thank you. So you're not eligible for a NOLO, Mr. Brown. So if you want to plead guilty, the court will accept a guilty plea. Okay, is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir. I'll plead guilty.
Okay, so Mr. Brown, if you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear affirm the testimony you're about to give before this court be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Can I ask you a question? I heard 12 months sentence. Was that a sentence or was it?
You're gonna get credit for the time that you've already served on all these cases, okay?
And the rest of it is suspended. No more time.
Okay, thank you, Judge. I'm sorry for the interruption.
No, you're fine, Mr. Brown. So you can put your hand down now, okay? So, Mr. Brown, it's my understanding that in case 24 CR 004210D, you wish to plead guilty to willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer, and in case 24 CR 006702D, you wish to plead guilty to criminal trespass and terroristic threats and acts. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or alcohol this morning?
No, sir, I'm not.
You've been represented by counsel. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am.
You understand that you have a right to a trial by jury on these charges, and that by pleading guilty to them, you're giving up your right to a trial by jury?
Yes, sir.
Has anyone forced or coerced you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
All right, so I'll accept the plea, Mr. Brown, and the court has already gone over its sentence. So as soon as the jail can process you out, as long as you don't have anything holding you, you will be being released, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you, Mr. Brown.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome, sir.
I appreciate it, Judge.
You're welcome, sir. All right, I believe that completes the 9 o'clock calendar. If nothing further, if no one has anything further, I'll see you all next time. Have a good rest of your day.
Good seeing you.